So we welcome you guys back here to the second half. As Canyon View trailing Verrado 28-7. On for the kickoff here. And Canyon View fields it at the 30. Turning upfield, that's DJ Sims. And tackled at around the 35-yard line. So Canyon View, after starting with a fast start on defense, they started the game with a pick six that was caught from Gavin Levin, their outside linebacker. And since then, it's been all Verrado. 28 straight unanswered points. The offense has been gelling. And how about Jack Isidore, Ethan? I mean, he has been very impressive. We talked about in the open. 5 straight 100-yard rushing games. He already has 100 here in the first half.
Consistency has been his key to the success of this offense, and now that's all they got to do is keep him as the engine.
So first play from scrimmage, they hand it off to Sims, who gets a short gain to the right side of about a gain of 1. Tackled at the 36, going to set up 2nd and 9. DJ Sims, the junior running back, and a guy who had 495 rushing yards entering tonight.
Number 2, Daniel Jeremilo for Canyon View. Looks like he's hobbling right now. He's trying to play through some kind of cramp right now.
2nd and 9. Vanucci rolling out the pocket. He's got an open room. Vanucci running out of bounds, but not before getting about a gain of 7. It's going to set him up at the 44-yard line.
Speaking of Jeremilo, he was open, but Vanucci ended up making a smart decision and rolling out of the pocket. Got a big gain, and if that's what he's going to have to do to move this offense against this really good Vipers defense, hey, whatever works to help you score.
So 3rd and 2. Here at their own 44-yard line.
Coming out of the pistol for Canyon View. Vipers 7 in the box.
Preston Vanucci out of shotgun.
Here comes the blitz.
Nasir Jalal in the backfield. He gets the handoff. Jalir running left side, and he's got the first down. Another good hard run for him. A guy who just had 44 carries entering tonight. Gets a gain of 4 and a first down for Canyon View.
Good tackle by this linebacking core. And a fun fact about this linebacking core by Verrado's defense, all of the guys you see out there on that field for linebacker have won at least one player of the game for the defensive side of the ball. This is a unit that's been really good at stopping the run.
So Jala will stay out there in the backfield. Vanucci dropping back to pass, throwing left side on the screen. Caught, and he gets swallowed up. What a big hit apply. That was Trayden Baker who made the reception. And what a big hit that time from Halston Harper. One of the defensive tackles on the Verrado defense.
And Rinky Hinkle coming up to finish off the play. That was a huge hit at midfield. I'm surprised he even got up after that play.
So no gain right at midfield, 2nd and 10. A minute 25 have gone through.
You got zone coverage right here for Vipers.
Vanucci looking right side, rolling out right side, trying to find someone, scrambling, and he gets sacked. What a play and what a hit. Wow. Zach Kovic, one of the middle linebackers who had just 1.5 sacks entering tonight, collects one there on a big 3rd down stop.
But just because of the 1.5 sack, don't forget, he leads the team in tackles with 75 now. That's his 2nd tackle of the game, and it comes up on a sack. And correct me, 2.5 sacks now. He's been a big presence inside the pocket.
So 3rd and long here at their own 43-yard line, all backed up at 3rd and 17.
Motioning everybody at the bottom of the screen here.
9.5 to play. Vanucci on play action, rolling left side. Vanucci looking downfield, just floats one incomplete. Just had to throw it away. No receivers were open downfield. And it's going to result in the punt unit coming out for Canyon View.
Great coverage on that left side by Hinkle and Soden. They rotated over, but where Vanucci was going, shut everything down.
So the punt unit out here for Canyon View, and Austin Hansa on for the punt. Therese Brown for Verrado back to receive the punt. Lining up at around the 25-yard line. Hansa gets the punt away. It's a short punt. Bounces at around the 30, and it takes a friendly Verrado hop. and it looks like it's going to be around the 38 or 39-yard line. So just a 15-yard punt, and the Verrado offense will start with great field position just outside the 40-yard line.
You can tell that's not the kick that Hosanna wanted. He ended up getting a backspin on that ball, and it came to bite him on later on. You could see him coming off the field, shaking his head. He knew he made a mistake on that kick.
So they start here at their own 37. Jayce out of the gun.
Got one-on-one outside.
Isidore in the backfield. It's a handoff to Isidore. Right up the middle in a short gain of about 2 yards. Tackled at the 39-yard line, and they're continuing to pound the run up the middle. It worked a lot in the first half, and they were really picking up the tempo, and they're continuing that here. No huddle, 2nd and 8 at their own 39. Giesler out of the gun, clapping his hands. And it's right to Isidore. He's got a hole. What a run by Isidore, putting the head down and right across midfield inside Canyon View territory. So Isidore with a big aggressive run, and they're continuing the no-huddle offense. Giesler drops back to pass. He's launching deep. He's got a man open, and it's going to be intercepted. Underthrown and picked off. The second interception tonight. And now they're going to rule it incomplete. So they said incomplete on the PA system, but now it looks like it's going to be an interception regardless. So the Canyon View offense now will now get on the field here. And sorry for the confusion. We're as confused as you guys are. But they're going to have it here at their own 15-yard line. And the second interception thrown tonight for Jayce Giesler, who only had 4 all season entering tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on with the communication with the refs there, but now that we got that all cleared up, Canyon View gets the ball back and has their 3rd takeaway of the game so far, all interceptions.
Carter Bliss was the intended target on that deep play. First play from scrimmage. Vanucci, pressure in his face, rolling right side. Vanucci takes off and runs, and now just throws it away last second. So again, the front 7 for Verrado, applying the pressure and really just giving no Canyon View quarterbacks any time tonight. Right there on that play, continuing that. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Vanucci's feet are on fire right now. They're like hot chili peppers running around. He keeps scrambling left and right, and he's making a smart decision as well by throwing it out of bounds. He hasn't made a super critical mistake yet, except for the fumble that he had just at the end of halftime. But he's been playing clean football so far.
2nd and 10. Vanucci, it's a quarterback draw. He's going to take him himself. Running right side, he's got a seam. Vanucci still going. Takes a big hit, but not before a big run of about 15 yards. A big hit that time. Applied from Gavin Naylor, coming up from his safety position. And he got absolutely stood up on the hit, but not before a gain of 15 yards and a first down for the Canyon View offense.
Gavin Naylor's been known for making a lot of tackles. Last season, he had 72 total tackles and 2 fumble recoveries. And this year, that's his only tackle of the game tonight, but that puts him at 50 on the mark. A huge hit on Vanucci, but Vanucci took it like a man.
So Vanucci alone in shotgun, rolling left side. Vanucci has a man open, caught left side. Applying the hit, and he gets swallowed up. A big hit there applied, but not before the 4-yard reception from Braylon Anderson. It's going to set up 2nd and 6.
Braylon Anderson's been the only one really getting open tonight outside of their big back, DJ Sims. I mean, DJ Sims has only caught 3 passes in this game so far, but finally they're getting Braylon Anderson involved.
So 2nd and 6. Make that 2nd and 5. They gave him an extra yard on the reception. 2nd and 5 at their own 38. 7:25 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, 28-7.
Man coverage once again.
Verrado still leads Canyon View here in the 3rd quarter. And now a whistle blown, and it's going to be a penalty marker. Looks to be a delay game, and that's exactly what it was. Play clock hit 000, and It's going to back him up 5 yards now to 2nd and 10.
If you're going to have receivers motion, you got to do it quick, especially with only 5 seconds left on the play clock. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of penalties like that.
So again, the penalties continue to hurt the Canyon View offense. They're in a rhythm. They're continuing to use the mobility of Benucci and got a big run, but now they're backed up 2nd and 10 at their own 33.
And the Vipers have done a really good job for deep plays like Bliss and Naylor. They've been covering up the deep posts really well.
On the motion, it is caught on the jet sweep by Grizzle. And he gets stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Ran into a blanket of defenders for the Verrado defense. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 after the no gain on the jet sweep.
Trevier Tucker coming in for TJ Pippins on one play, and he made that jet sweep go absolutely nowhere. And a big loss on that one to set up a very long 3rd and 12.
So a loss of 2 on the play, 3rd and 12 at their own 31. A motion the receiver. Benucci throwing right side, caught by Sims, but well short of the sticks. Caught at around the 32-yard line, and now it's going to be 4th and 10.
Dearce Brown coming down on that tackle made a very big hit to shut down that play, and a poor decision of Benucci to make it a short pass instead of trying to get that 3rd down conversion, and now they're forced to punt once again.
The punt unit coming on again. 2nd punt this quarter. Dearce Brown back to receive the punt.
Looks like Vipers are just going to play safe here.
Austin Hansa fields the punt and gets it away. Brown catches it at the 35. A bobble. Brown running left side, avoiding a couple tacklers, and gets forced out of bounds across the 45-yard line. Gets to about the 47. 12 yards on the punt return, and good field position again, like all night they've had for the Verrado Vipers offense.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Verrado's receivers get much going in this game except for Jing, who has 2 touchdowns, but they've just been running the ball so much, and that's what's been working. And anytime they throw the ball, it's scary because Gisler hasn't been able to get many completions down the field. He's been throwing 3 interceptions tonight, and that's not a good look for this offense heading into the playoffs in a couple games, most likely.
Gisler gets the snap, hands it off to Isidore, right to the right side. A spin, Visador with a good push, and gets it past the 1st down marker. So good surge from the O-line, pushing the pile forward, a gain of 11, and Jack Isidore with another 11-yard run on 1st down.
I mean, he's already at over 1,000 yards this season, and he just keeps adding to that number. At this rate, he's going to get 1,100 yards from the season.
Claps his hands. Gisler, pocket collapsing, rolls out right side, throws right side, and caught right around the sideline outside the numbers. A gain of about 9 yards on the reception. That was Caden Jing, who, Ethan, you just touched on, who's been absolutely big this whole first half, and continuing that on the big 1st-yard pass right there.
It's bad for Virgilio Chavez. He came in on the blitz. He had him in the backfield and missed his opportunity to get a sack.
So now Malachi Wilt's going to be in the game, and a handoff there to Perry, and that doesn't go anywhere. Maybe got a yard. Might be enough for the 1st down.
That was a bad play from the start. It just looked like miscommunication from the Vipers, and they had nothing going on the line. The offensive line looked dazzled. The receivers looked dazzled. Just wasn't a play that they probably shouldn't have hiked, but they get another chance. At least they still have the ball.
So they are going to move the sticks, and it was enough for the 1st down.
Pistol formation once again for the Vipers. They've been running it all night long.
So Malachi Will, backup quarterback for Verrado in. A handoff to Isidore, who's got wide open space. He has a seam, a stiff arm. Isidore still going down inside the 5. What a run. Jack Isidore, have a night. Tackled inside the 5, a 28-yard run.
They're going to go right back to him again. Watch it right here. Right up the B gap on the left side.
Wilt claps his hands, gets the snaps, keeps them himself untouched. He's in. A 2-yard rushing touchdown for Malachi Wilt, his 2nd of the season. And it puts Verrado up of 4 possessions here in this ballgame.
It's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game as well. And That was another smart decision. They had both defensive ends come in and try to force the sack or the tackle for loss. Ends up making the smart decision and takes it in for the touchdown. What a great play and a quick drive for Verrado Vipers in this run game.
So Jordan Hiller on for the extra point try. 4 for 4 tonight. Good snap, good hold, and Hiller's kick is through the pipes. 35-7, Verrado Vipers piling it on with just 4:18 remaining here in the third quarter. And the Russian attack is continuing to dominate in the game. And again, Ethan, we talked about it where Canyon View, their defense, they got to get off the field on third down. They got to stop the run. They haven't been able to do that really all night.
They're trying to do everything that they can. They've caused 3 takeaways in this game, as we mentioned before, and they've been getting multiple stops. Even though they've allowed 35 points, you can only give so much as a defense when your offense isn't moving the ball very well. Now, they've had some bright moments on the offensive side of the ball. Vannucci has made some decent plays when it comes to scrambling outside the pocket and throwing the ball away when he needs to and not risking it. Again, that one fumble at the end of the half, that ruined the momentum that they had building for them, making it a 2-possession game, and now they're down 4 possessions. It's going to be a long climb back if they want to get back in this game.
So Verrado kicking it back here into Canyon View. Another swivel kick, fielded by Sims on a hop. Sims bringing it up midfield. A good return across the 40. Gets it to about the 42-yard line. So Canyon View, the offense will head back out on the field. And Ethan, we talked about it off air where the starting quarterback, Braden Scott, got hurt on the first quarter. They've been switching a rotation back and forth between their second and third stringers, between Mickey Raftery and Preston Vannucci. But either way, obviously the offense is missing their QB1 right now.
They really are. And in all honesty, there's no consistency with this offense. And now you have Raftery back out there. And they're just trying to test each quarterback to see who's going to be the starter next season. And so far, Vannucci's been having the best performance so far.
Definitely using the mobility. And Raftery, a quick pass out, caught outside the numbers and a short gain. That was caught there from Daniel Jaramillo. His first catch tonight and leading the team in touchdown receptions. And right there at the top of receptions, he had 12 entering tonight. Gets another one right there.
Caden Jing on the tackle. We've been saying his name quite a bit tonight. Even though he only has 3 catches, he also plays corner. He's the number 2 corner on the team, and he's a really good track star.
Raftery fields the snap, throws it out wide. Caught by Ball and exploding his way past the first down marker and is going to get the first down. So on a 2nd and 5, he gets about 6 yards on the catch and run and enough for a first down.
You don't see many receivers being physical when it comes to yards after contact. And he got hit twice on the play and still fought for a couple yards after the first down marker. Great effort.
So the receiver for Canyon View, Daniel Jaramillo, outside 1-on-1 up top. Raftery fields the snap, hands it off to Sims, running left side, and not much there. Continuing to stop the run, the front 7 for the Verrado Vipers defense. Just a gain of a yard.
There was multiple defensive tackles coming in on that play. You had number 52, Zach Kovac, and then number 22, Kalo Cabrera, containing the edge on the outside. If they want to get, if they want any kind of movement for this Canyon View offense, they got to run up the middle.
Raftery gets the snap, 3-man rush, throwing far side, caught by Ball. He makes a move. Ball taken down shortly after. Gets about a gain of 4 yards, and right now everything's kind of underneath, and Verrado kind of playing more of a cushion defense and kind of keeping everything in front of them, and Canyon View keeps chipping away for about 3, 4, 5 yards here and there and continuing to move the sticks.
Davion Ball tried to make any room of what he got. He made a move on Dearce Brown, but then after that, the rest of the left side of the defense swarmed in on him and shut it down.
3rd and 6. Mickey Raftery, the quarterback 3 for Canyon View. Gets the snap, pump fakes. Now time running out and just has to throw it away as he had 3 defenders right in his face. Just able to get outside the box, and obviously there was no intended receiver in the area, but he avoids the intentional grounding, and out comes what believes to be the punt unit, but now confusion on the field for Canyon View. And I mean, you're down 35-7, 2 minutes left here in the third. You would think it would be 4 downs because you got nothing to lose, but
Yeah, it's do or die time for Canyon View now. They're still down 4 possessions, and they've got to get something going here.
instead they'll bring out the punt unit again. So Austin Hansa out for his third punt here in the quarter. 3 offensive drives that have stalled. The Verrado's just going to let it roll inside the 10. A good bounce there, and he pins it deep inside to about the 5-yard line. So definitely Austin Hansa's best punt of the night. And the Verrado offense is going to have to work a long drive here as they start at their own 5.
That's a little spotlight they can look at. Yes, it's special teams, and not many people pay attention to it. But Hansa had his best punt of the night right there, just like you said. And to pin them inside the 5, I mean, the last time they were pinned inside the 10, it ended up being a long drive, and it ended up turning over the ball. But that was back in the first half. So we'll see if the Canyon View defense can force a turnover right here and hopefully maybe score another touchdown.
So 1st and 10 at the 5. Malachi Wilt still out there, the backup quarterback. He fakes the handoff, tries to roll outside, and he just got sacked. Looks like a loss of 1 on the play. A bunch of defenders in there on the sack. Jackson McCarthy, one of the outside linebackers, who looked to appear to account for one of the sacks there on the play. You also saw Andres Fierros there combining for the half sack.
Luke Starkey as well. It felt like the entire front 7 ended up getting in on that play. You can credit almost everybody for a sack there, divided by 8, and there you go.
So they're going to give it a loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14. Malachi Wilt claps his hands, clean pocket, throws over the middle. That is caught by a wide open man. Still going right around to the 37-yard line. A big play and a big catch and run. That was Roman Alicia, continuing to be that number 1 viable deep threat for this Verrado offense like he's been all season long. A big catch right there. And Isidore here on the handoff on the quick tempo and gets a short gain of about 3 yards.
Can we go back to that play with Alicia again? He got wide open inside of their cover 2. Ended up coming back from on the inside with the inside post. And for him to have a hamstring injury on the sideline earlier in this game and then come back and make a play like that, that's awesome.
So 2nd and 7. Malachi Wilt, trouble with the snap, but gets it away, and now he's going to take off and run. Wilt diving for the first down, and he got it. Across midfield, they're going to mark him at the Canyon View 48-yard line. So the Verrado offense continues to move the sticks, and time ticking, 10 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. 35-7, Verrado leads Canyon View. See if they try and draw them off sides. They were unable to do so, and they're just going to let the clock run. So that will end the third quarter. Verrado outscoring Canyon View there in that corner, 7-0, and after leading 28-7 at half, they extend their lead 35-7, and they're on the move across midfield.
I'll give it to Wilt coming into this game. He, ever since taking over, just because we're nearing the end of the game, he's made some smart decisions overall. And all season long, any game that he's played, he hasn't thrown an interception or had any fumbles. So he's really good at taking care of the ball and good at finishing off these games, whether they're blowouts or whether they're close games, if he has to be in that situation.
And obviously Verrado putting some of their backups in, getting them some reps. Manuel Perry now entering the game, a junior. He'll be the senior and lead back, you would think, next year, with Jack Isidore as a senior set to graduate. Chase Giesler, another center, and Malachi Wilt, Manuel Perry. That's really going to be your quarterback running back duo next year, you would think, and kind of seeing the talents on display there in that quarter.
He's so fun to watch. I like Perry. He's a very elusive back. He has 4 rushing touchdowns on the season, And it's his first year playing varsity, and any experience that he gets on the field, he takes advantage of it.
So Wilt out of the gun. Perry the lone back in the backfield. Wilt drops back to pass. Pressure immediately. Eludes the pressure. Breaks away again. Still going. Trying to get loose. Swings it out and incomplete. So unable to bring him down, but the efforts to just get out of about 3 sacks efforted there from the defense from Canyon View, and able to throw it away and just eat it. And now it's just 2nd and 10.
Wilt was like a bar of soap in the pocket right there. Jaguars trying to claw him left and right. Made one move forward, made one move back. Had number 18 coming in on the blitz, but ends up getting the ball away.
So 2nd and 10. 11:47 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Almost an offsides call for Canyon View. Rushing 4.
Wilt claps his hands, gets the snap, handoff to Perry. A good burst. Perry, a good hard run right there about 6 yards. It's going to be tackled at the 42-yard line of Canyon View. Going to set up 3rd and short.
That's Perry for two carries, I believe, now for almost 15 yards. They should just keep running it the same way they did with Isidore, knocking down doors.
So 3rd and 4. Malachi Wilt hands it right back off to Perry. Perry, a big hole bursting his way right up the seam and tackled at the 30-yard line. A good, powerful run from Emmanuel Perry. 14 yards on the rush.
It's been their engine all night, the running backs.
The quick tempo offense. Wilt claps his hands, gets the snap, clean pocket. Wilt airs one out deep. End zone, caught! Touchdown! Verrado High School. Jordan Hiller breaking free, a 30-yard touchdown reception. What a play.
They ran a deep post on the inside, had enough time in the pocket, took the shot, and got it. What a play by Hiller and what a play by Wilt. That's a great connection.
And we talked about Jordan Hiller being the lead slot receiver in this offense, and now he's out to just kick the extra point as well. Why not?
Why not?
Good snap, good hold, and he boots it through. 42-7, Jordan Hiller running a slant over the middle and able to break free in the secondary, and he's able to make the extra point as well. 6 for 6 on the night, and the first time we've said Hiller's name all night, it results in a 30-yard touchdown.
Got to give it to Canyon View's fans, though. They're staying very loyal, and I haven't seen many of them leave yet. They're still having a lot of fun tonight, even in this blowout loss, and what seems to be a blowout loss.
And Verrado now leading 42-7, and they're 10:53 away from improving to 7-2. Ethan, we talked about in the open a team that might clinch the playoffs, not guaranteed, but you would think that they're definitely on the right track of doing that tonight. And I mean, they're ranked 36th entering it in Arizona, entering tonight, but this definitely looks like a team that might be underranked a little bit. Looks like about a top 20, top 25 team in Arizona, and you're really seeing that offense on full display, even with the second stringers in.
I don't doubt that. They've been blowing out in every win that they've gotten this season, 40+.
So another swivelly kick here. Fielded by Aiden Land, a receiver there for Canyon View, and he gets it across the 40-yard line.
And as we mentioned about Verrado's future playoff positioning, their biggest opponent is going to be Cactus. That was their most recent loss, and Cactus has been playing very well this season. And if those two meet up in the playoffs, they're going to have to play better on the defensive side of the ball because the Cactus's offense has been very consistent throughout the season, and they were able to get through this Vipers defense. But this Vipers defense has bounced back. They've had 2 really good dominant performances, and this one is going to it looks like it's going to continue to be like that, especially with their coverage in the backfield.
So Mickey Rafter, the third-string quarterback, back in. Hands it off here to Sims. Sims spinning his way forward, but loses a yard there on the carry. Good wrap-up tackle there. Loses a yard. It's going to set up 2nd and 11.
Canyon View's offensive line has just been inconsistent tonight, especially with the run blocking, because there's just been inconsistency at the quarterback position. Even for the running backs, they just haven't done the best job at getting push.
Mickey Raftery fakes the handoff. Time running out of the pocket. Now has to scramble and diving forward. They're going to mark him at the 47-yard line. So he gets a gain of 5. And it's going to set up third and manageable. Third and about 5, maybe 6 yards.
Once again, another third down that they've had to deal with tonight. It's just been all third downs, and they haven't converted much of them tonight. So we'll see if they can convert it here on a third and manageable, just like you said.
So Raftery here with the no-huddle offense out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Raftery looking left side, swings it out wide, caught outside the numbers, still bulldozing his way forward for a couple more yards. That was caught by the tight end, Trayden Baker. His third reception tonight, and they've been really on everything that's kind of been a screen pass, swinging them out wide, and able to get a couple yards there. It's going to set up fourth down, though, and they're going to obviously go for it with 8:40 remaining here in the fourth.
See who can make a play and build on it next season.
4th and 6. Raftery claps his hands, gets the snap, looking left side. Just zarts one over the middle. That's caught by Ball. Ball across the 40-yard line, and with forward progress, finally gets wrestled down. But it's obviously going to be enough for the first down, and a big throw right there from Raftery. Just kind of darts one over the middle, and Ball does the rest.
That was a nice job by Tavion Ball, once again making another play with another reception. That's his second reception of the night, and he's just been running physically with the ball. Again, he's taking advantage of what he has when it comes to being on the field. And right there, he was trying to carry the entire Vipers defense with him. You got to love the heart.
So Nasser Jalla, the third-string running back's in the game, and Raftery, after completing the pass there on 4th and 6, gets the snap. Pocket collapsing, just zips one left side and incomplete. Just had to throw it away and able to do so before getting taken down. And again, the heavy pressure from the defensive line for Verrado continuing to be a factor. Zach Kovic there, one of the DNs, was there on the pressure. And 2nd and 10 here at the Verrado 40.
They're going out in pistol once again. They keep going out at this formation, and it hasn't been working very well.
Raftery gets the snap, looking left side. Again caught by Baker, and he gets hit immediately right at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he lost a couple yards as well. But with forward progress, the ref is going to initial it. He got it right at the line of scrimmage, so going to be 3rd and 10.
Looks like the tight end is hobbling off the field. He's limping a lot.
Looks like he might stay in the game, and I guess he's going to tough it out here on this play. 3rd and 10, 6:35 remaining here in the fourth.
Single back formation.
Raftery, clean pocket, throws deep, incomplete. Just out of the reach of the outstretched Brandon Cataline, who broke free at the last second and had a step, but just out of his reach. Just missing the fingertips, and it's going to set up 3rd and 10.
That was the one opportunity to give some kind of spark to this offense, and he missed them just by a couple inches. That's just how this Canyon View offense has been all night long. It's been really hard to watch, I'm sure, not just for us, but for these fans as well.
And we talked about it with Canyon View. They had the pick six 14 seconds into the game. They haven't scored since. 42 straight unanswered points by Verrado High School.
It's just a concern that your defense has outscored your offense. Offense hasn't entered the end zone once. The defense hasn't even entered the end zone since the second play of the game. And they're just, like we mentioned before, they trying to do what they can to get this offense the best chances.
Verrado here on the shotgun. Throwing right side in double coverage and incomplete. A dangerous pass. The intended receiver there on the play was Braylon Anderson, but two defenders right there in his face. Caden Jing, tremendous coverage on the outside. Also, Adrian Ochoa out there as well.
Jing and Brown have been the best defenders of the night so far when it comes to coverage. They've hardly allowed anything. They've been blanketing these receivers all night long, and man, you got to love a good defensive performance, whether against a good team, bad team, okay team, it doesn't matter. Any defensive performance is great. It's like they're going double stack receivers.
So 1st and 10 with a turnover on downs. Malachi Will gets the snap, play action, slings it left side, caught just short of the first down marker of a gain of 9. And that was caught there from Carter Bliss. Gets a reception of about, they're going to actually mark it a yard shorter than initially at the 48-yard line, a gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Carter Bliss, brother of Blake Bliss. There's a lot of brothers on this team.
Handoff here to Perry, right up the middle, a good move. Perry deep into the secondary. Finally tackled down at the Canyon View 40. So another good burst, a 15-yard run. And they're just going to continue to run this clock down as we approach under 4 minutes remaining.
Perry's run style reminds me a lot of Saquon Barkley. It's a high comparison, but he makes a lot of moves inside of the box once he breaks free.
Fresh set of downs. They go back to Perry on the ground. Perry running left side, but couldn't find a hole that time and just got a couple yards.
Zachary Holden on the tackle there with Rogelio Chavez, and we haven't really said their names much tonight outside of just making good tackles inside the box, but Holden was finally able to make his first tackle of the night.
So 2nd and 8 at the 38. 3:10 to go here in the 4th. 42-7. Canyon View trails Verrado. Malachi Will out of the gun.
Will hasn't run a lot in this game either. He's had good pocket presence.
They go back to Perry on the ground, right up the middle. A good run, and he's going to be short of a couple of yards. So another good run from him, and has been the lead back this whole second half. Showing off his talents here on full display.
It's got to be a good thing for Verrado's punting unit, though. Pick your poison because you're hardly out there punting at all. They haven't punted once this year, but it's like they're not needed at all because this Verrado offense has been able to stay consistent on the field. They either turn the ball over on 4th down, get a touchdown, a field goal, or turnover in any way, in any fashion. It's just something to point out.
So 3rd and 3. Wilt gets the snap, pressure immediately in his face, and he's going to be taken down for the sack and a loss of 7. Jackson McCarthy again, his 2nd sack of the night, and has been the bright spot of the Canyon View Jaguars defense.
That is now 8 sacks on the year for Mr. McCarthy, man. He has been the pressure guy when it comes to this front four. He hasn't been called much tonight, but now he finally made a good play since that sack in the first quarter.
So 4th and 12, and we talked about a team that doesn't punt. They don't kick field goals either, and they're going to leave the offense out there with $1:30 to play, and you would think they're just going to try and run off as much clock as they can.
You're right. They don't kick field goals. Thank you.
Wilt gets the snap, and now whistle's blown, and we have what looks to be a timeout, and actually they're going to say a delay game. So we didn't even see a penalty marker down on the turf, but it's going to be a delay game, and might have been intentional. The clock is going to just continue to run. $1:03 to play. Play clock down to 23. And you can just keep running this clock. Clock isn't going to stop. And they don't even look like they're going to run a play. They're just continuing to stand around. And this might be, Ethan, what we call in high school a victory formation, just standing around instead of taking a knee.
Yeah, and Verrado doesn't really have much to play for now that they have what definitely most likely is going to be a playoff clinching spot tonight. And next week they have another good matchup as well. So most likely this team is going to end off the season with a 3-game win streak and a lot of momentum heading into the postseason. In Canyon View, a lot of questions heading into the offseason, and there's going to be some new juniors and sophomores graduating up to the next class, and hopefully they can step up next season and make this team feel a lot better, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, definitely another big win, and for Verrado, they're going to improve to 7-2 with 1 game remaining, and we won't know for sure yet, but we said that this game right here, this dominating win tonight, 42 straight unanswered points after the pick six, 14 seconds in, might clinch their ticket here into the playoffs. So seems to be a timeout called with 33 seconds to go, and that doesn't make sense to me, Ethan.
It doesn't make sense to me either, especially considering that this game is over and I feel like they're just trying to, I don't know what they're doing actually.
Trying to drag out this game as much as possible.
Exactly. They also have Samaj Towns over for Canyon View. He's also a track star. He has three total tackles and only one pass
They're
defended.
going to run a play here. 4th and 12. Malachi Wilt throwing left side and incomplete. So instead of just running the clock down, they elect to run a play. And it's going to be a turnover on downs with 26 ticks remaining here in this ballgame.
Well, at least Canyon View has one more shot to make something happen on offense, even if it's just gaining a couple yards, throwing a Hail Mary at the end of the game, just for something to come out of the field on and have some kind of smile on their faces, because I know they've been really struggling tonight, and you can see the players on the sideline right now all hugging each other and just probably thankful to be playing with each other this season. And you just got to feel for some of these players, especially the seniors, knowing that they're going to be graduating, not going to the postseason.
And Verrado, one game remaining on their regular season schedule. They'll play host to Desert Edge, who's a great football program. They were 5-3 entering tonight. They are ranked 29th in Arizona. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ethan, but I think I'm standing right next to a former Desert Edge football player.
That's right. It's a very, very good culture down there, and it's a big-time rivalry that's underrated. Desert Edge does own that rivalry by a lot. I believe Verrado only has 2 or 3 wins against Desert Edge, but at the end of the day, that's going to be a great matchup to watch, especially when it comes to Verrado hosting that game. It's going to be loud, and their fans are going to shake the stands.
So they run the clock down, and it officially hits triple zeros, and just a dominating win tonight. All Verrado, 42-7 on the road against Canyon View, and they improved to 7-2. We talked about them being ranked 36 in Arizona, but definitely should move up a lot in the rankings, you would assume.
Absolutely, and we got a skirmish going on.
Yeah, a little bit of a skirmish there between a lineman and a couple other players, and immediately
Oh, boy.
we're just telling the other team to just go back to the sidelines.
Yeah, this is getting worse by the second. Yeah, that's not a good look for either school, honestly. All you're trying to do is show sportsmanship, and now Verrado's taunting. This is terrible. This is not a good look for either team. I'm sorry. The game is over. You got to show good sportsmanship. And it looks like there was just trash talking by both teams at the end of the day. Canyon View letting out frustrations, and Verrado just showboating. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite them on later on, but still, at the end of the day, a dominating performance by Verrado, and hopefully they can keep that up against Desert Edge, because Desert Edge is going to come at them with a hard-fought attitude.
Yeah, definitely no punches thrown, just a lot of pushing and shoving. And the coach is continuing to just tell his players to just go to the end zone, and a couple of them are just continuing not to do that. But either way, both teams are on their well-respected sides now, and so Verrado improves to 7-2. Canyon View drops now to 3-6. And again, just seeing this full talent on display, Verrado definitely has a playoff run in them with a dominating win here tonight.
They're full of energy, man. They showed it off tonight, and it wasn't very clean, though. I will say that at the starting quarterback, Jayce Giesler, he threw 3 interceptions tonight, but it was their run game that did it all. It was Perry and mainly Isidore. He had another 100-yard game, like you said, 5 straight now, and is going to try and make it 6 straight against Desert Edge, but that Desert Edge defense is very stingy. They caused 6 turnovers against Canyon View in their last matchup, so... And I know they're going to be coming to Verrado, but Desert Edge has a lot of heart. They've won 4 or 5 straight in a row, and they're looking to come in with a lot of momentum too. So this is going to be a very heated matchup for both teams.
Well, that will be all here tonight, here from Canyon View High School. From my partner, Ethan Troll, I'm Jayce Cicinelli, wishing you guys a good rest of your night. Verrado all over Canyon View tonight, 42-7.